The old Blackwood Manor looms on the outskirts of town, a decaying testament to forgotten wealth and whispered secrets. For decades, locals have spoken of eerie lights flickering in its dusty windows and bone-chilling screams echoing through the night. Most dismiss these tales as mere folklore, but some swear the house holds a sinister power. I never believed those stories, until that fateful night changed everything. It began, innocently enough, a dare between friends, fueled by teenage bravado and a thirst for adventure. As we approached the iron gates, their rusted hinges groaning in protest, a chill ran down my spine. Something about this place felt wrong. The moment we stepped inside, a musty odor assaulted our senses. Dust motes danced in the beam of our flashlights, revealing cracked walls that seemed to breathe in the shadows. An antique chandelier hung precariously overhead, its crystals tinkling softly, though there was no breeze. We ventured deeper, our footsteps muffled by threadbare carpets. In the parlor, sheet-covered furniture loomed like ghosts in the gloom. I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes followed our every move. A sudden crash from the kitchen made us all jump, heart pounding. I swept my light across the room, revealing a shattered plate on the floor. It must have fallen on its own, I stammered, not quite believing my own words. As we moved down the hallway, a portrait caught my eye. The subject's gaze seemed to follow us, piercing through layers of grime. Sarah, usually the bravest of our group, whispered that she felt icy breath on the back of her neck. The house felt alive around us, shadows shifting in ways that defied logic. Every creaking floorboard and rattling window became a potential threat. In the living room, a collection of ornate clocks stood frozen, their hands all pointing to 3:33. Our exploration led us to a study lined with weathered bookshelves. Among the moldering tomes, a leather-bound journal caught my attention. Its pages were filled with frantic scrawls, the ink long faded to a rusty brown. "The house doesn't accept new owners," one passage read, the letters seeming to writhe on the page. "It, HUNGERS ... It consumes ... Double quotes. Sarah pleaded with me to leave it, but some morbid fascination compelled me to keep reading. The journal spoke of arcane rituals, of sacrifices made to appease some nameless entity. It hinted at the fate of the mansion's last owner, a reclusive millionaire who vanished without a trace. A floorboard creaked overhead, the sound impossibly loud in the stillness. We exchanged nervous glances before slowly ascending the grand staircase, each step groaning beneath our weight. At the top, a figure stood motionless at the far end of the corridor, tall and unnaturally thin. Its features were lost in shadow, yet somehow I knew it was aware of us. Sarah's grip on my arm tightened painfully. For endless seconds, we stood frozen in a tableau of terror. Then, with agonizing slowness, the figure began to move towards us. Panic exploded in my chest. We bolted down the stairs, nearly tripping over each other in our haste. But as we reached the foyer, our hearts sank. The massive front door refused to budge, as if the very house was determined to keep us trapped within its walls. Footsteps echoed behind us, growing closer with each passing moment. Sarah's scream pierced the air as every light in the mansion suddenly extinguished. When they flickered back to life mere seconds later, the shadowy figure stood mere inches away. A cold so intense it burned radiated from its form. I could feel its gaze upon me, though it had no discernible eyes. We backed away, only to feel the curtains writhing against our skin like grasping fingers. Just as hope began to fade, my phone vibrated in my pocket. With trembling hands, I pulled it out to find a message from an unknown number. "Do not turn off the light." What happened next is a blur in my memory. Somehow, we found ourselves outside just as dawn began to break. The mansion's door slammed shut with finality, leaving us shaken on the overgrown lawn. But Sarah never made it out. They say Blackwood Manor still stands, patient and hungry, waiting for its next unwary visitors. The story of our night there has spread, becoming just another chapter in the house's dark legend. Would you dare to enter the cursed house, to walk those haunted halls and face whatever malevolent force dwells within? Some nights, I swear I can still hear Sarah's voice on the wind, calling for help. And in my darkest dreams, I see that faceless figure, beckoning me to return. The cursed house may have let me go that night, but I fear it has marked me forever. Its shadows linger at the edges of my vision, a constant reminder that some mysteries are better left unexplored. If you want to hear what happened next, leave a comment below. But be warned, once you know the truth about Blackwood Manor, you may never sleep soundly again.